This is the Botanical Gardens, one of the best Lego Friends sets ever. At almost 1,100 pieces for $80, it has a sleek, classic design. But one botanical garden just isn't enough. What would it look like if we supersized it and made it even bigger than this one that's on Rebrickable? We set out to do just that. So we took the original, destroyed it, bought a second copy, and went to work on making it epic. But where do we start? Okay, so doubling it actually takes some thought and problem-solving skills. We had two options to choose from to help us get started. Just start building, or try to plan ahead using a program like Studio to create instructions. Having no real experience with Studio, that's exactly what I decided to go with. I made a massively long instruction manual, and now it's time to build. We started with the first pond. Then I added the short wing, and that's when we ran into the first tough decision: how to incorporate this back wall, which was left open in the original model, but honestly shouldn't be left open in a proper creation. So we dug into our collection of pieces and added a wall. Then we started to build the entrance, which is really cool because of the bench and the big tree in the middle of the garden. Oh, and it's really fun building up the tiling around the door. And then I ran into another huge problem. I need 6 of these quarter-cylinder windows, and each set only comes with one. I know where I can find some more.
Dad, why are you looking through our Lego?
After that, we built the longer wing, which includes some of the best mini builds of the set. The orchid, the rafflesia, the Amorphophallus titanium, and the Strelitzia reginae. All these flowers look fantastic in the long wing. All these flowers, and we've got a sunny day here in Cleveland, Ohio. Maybe one of us should stop and smell the flowers. That's more like it. And back to the build. Like with the first wing, we have to add a wall to the back side of the building. So that's what we did, including more of these great arches around these delicious sand green windows.
They are delicious.
But 10 out of 10 doctors recommend that you don't eat Lego. To try to keep our build similar to the original, all we now have to do is put in the second pond, plus the last 2 wings, so another short and a long. Except, well, if you double the size of a Lego set, you increase the volume by 4 times the amount. It's known as the square cube law. And of course, that means we ran out of pieces. In particular, those delicious sand green windows and the 1x2 door rails. We checked Bricklink to see what the cost would be to add all these pieces to our collection, and figured out it'd be pretty expensive to order them. So we went back up to the Lego store and bought a 3rd copy of this set. Y'all, this video is getting rather expensive, so help us out by smashing that like button and hitting subscribe. We quickly opened the 3rd copy of the set and went back to building. In finishing the wings, we still didn't have enough 1x2 door rail pieces, so check out this technique. We just inserted 1x2 sand green tiles offset by just a little bit to mimic the door rail. We finished up the wings, so now it was time to build the skylights, the fountains, and cap off some more of those great arches. And now, it's time for the dome. We added some more wall elements, the quarter cylinder windows, and some food for the butterflies. One of my favorite parts of this build, though, is snapping in these dome pieces, which is such a satisfying part of the build, and then constructing the top of the dome. This is really looking good, but we're not done. We have to add some of the benches, which use these cool snake pieces, and some snot techniques. And of course, you can't have a botanical garden without some more exterior vegetation. And you know what's better than some exterior vegetation? More exterior vegetation. Okay, well, maybe not that much. Let's see if we can use these extra bricks from our third copy of the set to fill out the exterior a little bit. We'll put in some flowers over here, lay down a walkway over there, and add in some cherry trees by the ponds. And we need to add a way for people to feed the ducks. That's what Autumn recommended, and I think this looks better. And let's add the watering can so that the flowers don't die. The finishing touches are going to be the picnic scene, but this time we're going to make it bigger than the original. We'll add some more flowers. And then we'll put some minifigs to wrap things up.
Mini dolls.
Lego battle to the death.
Never go in against a Sicilian when death is on the line.
I win.
So we placed mini dolls at the premises to add life to the scene. All right, well, now that we're done, let's get a nice view of the entire thing. Some of our favorite aspects of this include how great the building details, like the arches, the skylights, and the dome look even at this size. The straight-on view looks particularly good, and in person, the quarter cylinders add a sense of closure and completeness to the entire build. We think it looks pretty good and had a lot of fun building it together. Do you want to see us put together a huge botanical garden that is compatible with modular buildings? Well, let's get this video to well over 500 likes. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.
So,